Hello everybody, I'm so excited to be with you. I hope you've been enjoying Halloween week. I'm so excited to be live again. It's always fun to be live. I love to do the premieres and I hope that you enjoy them as well. So today, for today's premiere, we are going to be making this adorable mini candy box, or you could use it for lots of treats in addition. You could put bubbles in here, you could put lots of stuff. For your big kids, you could put like a gift card with, I don't know, a few pieces of candy and a gift card. It would be really nice. But so much fun. I didn't put anything in it because I wanted you guys to use your imagination and decide what you wanted. You can see I have a little bit of glimmer paper. I'm not sure if this glimmer paper is still available, but I love anything sparkly, so I buy it all. So just use whatever you have in your stash that's sparkly and would look cute behind these guys if you don't have this particular color. But let's go ahead and get started, and I'm going to show you how to make it. Don't forget, the In Color sale is going on. That's the only announcement I'm going to be giving for this month while I do these, because I don't want you to miss out on a good thing, right? So Spooky Halloween is what we are using. I've also used a Spooky Sweet paper for the cauldron. So the paper is pretty cute. It is this black and orange that I have on the base of our box. I used some peach pie ribbon. I'm not sure if it's retired or not, but if it is, I'm sorry. They go through so much embellishments and put it on last chance, and I gotta use up what I got. So just grab a piece of ribbon from your stash in whatever color you think will look great, and I'm sure it's gonna turn out fantastic. We're gonna get our scoreboard out because this is like a legend around here. So you're gonna need a piece that is 10 inches by 5.5, and you're gonna score the long side first. You're gonna score the long side at 1/2 inch, at 4 1/4, at 5 1/4, and at 9. So 4 score marks. Okay, and now we're gonna do this way, sorry, counterclockwise. You want the 1/2 inch at the top when you do the 5.5 inch. Okay, so the 1/2 inch is at the top, and you're gonna score at 1 inch, at 3 3/4, and 4 3/4. All right, so 3 scores on that side. We're gonna burnish like we always do on all of our score lines. It just makes our projects come together all the better. I think I got glue somehow on this paper. I don't even know how because I haven't even glued anything yet. But we will fix it. For those of you who know me, know I use a thick bladed scissor to do my cutting and a thin bladed for certain things, okay? So we're gonna start with our thick bladed scissor. We're gonna do a little destroying here. On the 1/2 inch piece, the skinnier side, this one's wider and this one's wider. So on this one, this large panel section is going to be where we're gluing. So we're gonna angle cut here, and angle cut here, and we're gonna get rid of these 2 up here and this one at the bottom. So let's get rid of that first. Okay. I don't think I got a good grip of my scissor or something. There we go. All right, so there are, I didn't cut that very well, did I? I did the top, but not this one. Okay, let's do that. Not much better. Okay, so those are gone. Okay, we're also getting rid of both of these and this one at the top and this one at the top. So let's go ahead and get rid of this top one here, and I'll show you what it looks like at the end. Okay, so that's that one. We're getting rid of this one. All of these. We're going to come down here, And I'm telling you, the only thing that I'm going to save is this section right here. I'm going to throw all the rest away. We're going to cut here. And we're going to cut down. And these are going to be angled tabs. So we're going to angle them. Okay, and this one's also going to be cut down and an angled tab. Okay, so I will show you where we're at so far. And then I will finish cutting. Remember, this is the only piece we're saving. Okay, we don't need it for anything. Oh, sorry. So we got everything away from this except for this little 1/2 inch tab here. Okay, these are the tabs for the top. Now we got to do the bottom of our box. So we got rid of that bottom piece and we're going to do tabs like we did here for here. Okay, so we're going to bring them. I like cutting where the raised score lines are. For me, I see better, and that's why I keep flipping it over. I just like to see what I'm cutting. So, do you like to see what you're cutting? All right. So I'm going to show you. So this is the finished piece. So if you need to take a screenshot, go ahead. That's what it looks like. Except we're going to round these edges right here. So I'm going to bring in my detailed trio punch, which has a corner rounder. I'm going to back all these down and over. And I'm going to round that corner right there. And I'm going to make sure it's nice and straight. And I'm going to round this one. So I have to kind of flip it this way a little. And we're going to put this one in. And so those are rounded. It just helps it to slide in the box a lot easier. So that was the only change. Let me put it back in case you want another picture once that rounded piece has happened. So let's put all the tabs back up. There we go. So that's what it looks like with the rounded piece. Okay, we're gonna keep that one, get rid of all the rest. So much fun. We're going to attach on some designer series paper next, okay? It's easier to attach when the box is flat, so why not? Let's just do it. Okay, we're going to grab our silicone mat. This is the front of the box because the tab tucks in the back, okay? So this is the front. It's going to get this piece. We're not putting one on the back. If you want to, feel free. I don't need to do that. I am quite happy with it without just on the front. To me, that's what signifies the front from the back. So, your choice, your project, right? All right, so we're gonna add this, and let me give you the dimensions for it. It is a 3.5 by 2.5 inch piece of this one. As you can see, it has the cute little candy on the back. That's where the glue is going. We have 2 pieces for the sides of our box. Whoops. So I'm gonna go ahead and get those ready with glue, and those are going to go on each side of our box. So that one's going to go there. So cute. And one over on this side. Like I said, it's way easier to glue the stuff down when you can push down on a flat box. And then one at the top, and this one's a little longer. The ones on the sides are 3/4 inch by 2.5 inches, and you need 2 of those. And then the one for the top is 3.5 inches by 3/4 inch. Lots of fun. So this is the one that gets tucked. This is the top. So we'll just add that right there. So cute. And see, all easy to put together. It looks nice, no problems. Okay, let's glue our box together. So on this little 1/2 inch tab, we're going to bring that over like this. We're going to put glue just on that tab. That is going to hold our whole box from the sides together. It's going to complete it. So I'm just going to add a little bit. I don't want to get too crazy because I don't want a lot of ooze. And this is a fresh glue. Okay, so I'm going to bring this over. And I just want to make sure that when I bring it over, that, hang on, let me just lay it flat. That this is nice and smooth right along that score line there, okay? Which that will make sure your box is straight. So you want to just make sure that it is nice and straight right along that edge. Give it a chance to set. We're going to put these in, and the front of the box is always the last piece that you glue, so that one's going to be last. So let's put a little bit of glue on, just a little on these two tabs, just so that it helps the back to adhere. Right there, we're going to keep it straight, and we're going to actually put it down straight and open our box. We're going to put our bone folder in there, and I just like to push down, make sure it really bonds, and then we can go ahead, and of course it doesn't need to be crooked. There we go. So now we're going to put our glue on this piece, which is the last piece, which is the front, and bring that back, and just make sure your box is square, just like that. And again, hold it, and you can press down. All right, so we're gonna put these tabs in and slide this piece in. Look how cute this box is. So cute with no decoration. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're going to add our ribbon. So, I cut about 21 inches of this peach pie, because we don't have a pumpkin pie ribbon, and I really like this, but you could go with purple if you wanted. You could use that iridescent that came with the suite. I think it will look good. So your choice, your box. If you have this, I like to use up what I buy. So sometimes I do use retired embellishments like ribbon and dots and gems and stuff, because I got to use them up. And I know that you want to use your stash too. All right, so we're just gonna tie our piece here, okay? And I'm gonna turn it this way actually. And I'm gonna pull that nice and taut. And I'm gonna loop my ribbon, hold that with my finger, bring this one around and through. I'm gonna grab my ribbon if I can. My nails, I think I have to cut them. I know they're not long, but I am used to having short nails, so it's just like how I like to be. Okay, there we go. Now we have one loop, very big and one very small, but we can even it out. There we go. Let's pull this one slightly. Looking good. We want to make our loops kind of sort of even, right? And once we're happy, which I'm not right now, but once we are, I'm going to trim the ends. If I can get my ribbon to behave itself. It never behaves when I'm on camera, I tell you. When I tie this stuff, it just comes together, no problem, but it just knows that you guys are watching, and it just wants you to have something to laugh at. All right, so peach pie ribbon. Let's trim those edges. They're not going to have to untie this ribbon, so it is quite pretty, and I think it looks great. Okay, it just kind of sits there and looks its best. Okay, so now we're going to add a couple little things. So we need our, this is the second largest rounded rectangle from Nested Essentials. If you know what that is, it's this one. See, second biggest. This is the Glimmer paper. I think it's like Old Olive and some other color. I can't remember what it is. It's older, so it may be gone. I don't know how long they keep Glimmer paper around. I can't remember. There's too many products and too many things coming out too often for me to be on top of it. I apologize. Just check the website, type in Glimmer, and all the Glimmer paper we have will be available. And then you can also look in your stash. So we're going to add dimensionals to the back of this because we're going to pop that up off of our box. So I'm going to grab these guys. And I need support. So yes, I'm putting a few, just a few. All right. Push those down, and then we will glue this, which will also help to hold your ribbon in place so it won't slide around your box, because this is going to hold it. missed that one. Okay, got them all now. So this, first make sure that your ribbon, oh my goodness. First make sure that your ribbon is in the center of your box, that it's not off like mine was slightly off. There we go. Then you will take, let's put this bone folder away. And you're gonna lay it. I'm gonna hold this up so I can make sure that I have it evenly spaced. And I think I do. So there that is. What do you guys think? Pretty, right? A little bit of glimmer, green glimmer. And it matches so well to the cauldron. I just think it's so cute. So this is part of the punch out pieces from the Specialty Designer Series paper. So you need the goo and, or the brew and the cauldron. So I wanted to put dimensionals on the back. So I'm just gonna add some minis across this section right here down the middle. I'm gonna move this over a little. And this is going to attach it onto my piece here. I also want some on these little drips. Okay, so I'm just gonna put one on each of the drips. The top part, we can also put a mini here, but I'm not gonna put anything on this piece. Just one regular dimensional on the large drip right here. Okay, so let's pull the backs off. And we will have our cauldron ready. And then we will get our little kitty cat. I have already stamped her in tuxedo black memento. And we are going to color her in together though. So we're gonna line up our goo right along this cauldron edge here. So cute. And then this is gonna get flat glued right here. So we don't need to put any more dimensionals, and she's gonna get flat glued. The only thing that we need a dimensional for is our word boo. So I'm just gonna trim that out and have it waiting over here on the silicone mat in the wings. So if you want to count that, Rose, you can. That's the last dimensional for this project. Okay, so let's grab our kitten and move our box out of the way for right now. We're gonna color her. I wanted her to be light and dark pumpkin pie. I just thought she would make a cute orange kitten. So there's her ears, her tail. Her little hands. She's just precious. And she's dressed so cute. So I'm gonna go around her little muzzle here and that stripe over her nose. And slowly go around. There we go. And we will color. My pumpkin pie kind of wants to run out, and I've been milking it as long as it will let me. So it's allowing me to color right now, so I'm gonna roll with it. I'm just gonna use small strokes. I do have another one here if it does run out. It may do it, but I might make it. Let's see. I think she turned out good. All right. So the nose, we're gonna put black in the center of her nose. And we're also gonna add black to her shoes and to her stockings. So we're gonna do green and black stripes. So green is gonna be closest to her shoe, and then just work your way up, okay? Then the last piece is gonna be Granny Apple Green Dark. And we're gonna do her dress. She is so cute. Make sure to avoid her little hand. And it will do this side of her dress and of course her little stockings. Precious, precious, precious. All right, so let's finish her little muzzle and her ears. We're gonna use light pumpkin pie. Looks like this one's kind of going out too, but feels like it's a little wetter than the other, but I'm going to go over it a few times just to darken it slightly. All right, let's do our word boo. So she's gonna get glued right there. So I've already stamped it. I'm just gonna cut it out. Oh, I forgot. We're going to add a little spice to her hat. I forgot about that. Let me trim a little bit off of this. It's too, there we go. So there's our word boo. It's stamped on pumpkin pie. And I'm just going to banner the ends with my scissors. Just precious. There's that one. And we'll do this side. I love this little word boo because it's so unexpected and it tucks in so many great places. So there's that. Let's go ahead and put our dimensional edge piece down here. And we'll add it in a minute. So we'll just put that to the side. Let's go ahead and glue these guys down. Start with the cauldron. I'm not gonna put on the edge that's hanging off, so about right there. And we're going to add around that piece. And we're gonna add it on this edge here. So it's gonna hang off slightly. You wanna make sure that you can fit your kitty. So there's that. And it's gonna try and kind of come up. The tail of the kitty is gonna hang off, so and the top of the hat. So we're just gonna do about where the kitty's head is, and then I will add the little sparkle on her hat. I forgot about that in a minute. So we'll add her on here, and I like to kind of have her hand like she's getting ready to mix up this piece. I just noticed a tiny little spot I left on her tail uncolored. And I just like to hold it in place just for a second, get it to grab real good, and then we can pull the back off of that dimensional backing and add our word boo on the cauldron. And then we're going to add some stars. I used black on this one, but I think I'm going to use white on this one, just for a little difference. And if you use the purple ribbon, then use the purple stars, right? So I'm going to add white just for fun right here. All right, you tell me, which one do you like better, the black stars or the white? I think she's pretty darn cute, and I'm quite happy with how she turned out. Let's add her little, so we want to add this across her hat. I want it to be just straight across like that. So I have to bring my snips in and snip where it should go approximately. And the rest of this can go to the trash, but it was left over after I cut the die cut on my little piece. So I'm just gonna come in here and add a little bit of, I think I got it on there. No, I didn't. Let's hold it very tinily. And I gotta make sure, there we go. So just a dot of glue, and just gonna rub it back and forth. And we're gonna add our cute little hat band so that she has a sparkly one. Perfect. See how cute that is? It's the little touches like that that always make the projects so much better. I hope that you enjoyed this mini candy box. It could be a box for anything really, but like I said, it'll fit a gift card. It's a nice size, and I used this adorable spooky Halloween to put it together. Let me know in the comments, do you like the white stars or the black better? Let me hold it up close so that you can see them. There's the black. There's the white. And the whites are sparkly too. They're an iridescent. And if you missed yesterday's project, just click right up there. It's going to be right there waiting on you. Thanks for being live with me today. I am so grateful for all of you that are in chat with me every week. You guys are my greatest community, and I'm so grateful to have you be a part of my channel, Inky Hands Warm Hearts. So thanks for hanging out, and I will see you in the next video tomorrow. 2 more, and we will have week 1 in the books. So I will see you next time. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping!